So Epic Games just hosted an Evolve Cup. It was consistent that everybody across the board was on 30 to 40 ping. And somebody posted about it, and an Epic Games employee confirmed that they were testing a minimum ping in Fortnite. And I truly do believe that this is one of the best decisions that they can ever do for Fortnite competitive. Now I know what everybody's saying. This lowers the skill gap. This isn't good for the game at all. Fortnite does not have team support. Players are hard committing to this game when they get to a tier 1 level. Players are literally moving across the country to play Fortnite. The Josh Raleigh kid moved from Canada to play Fortnite and he got banned. And I know everybody's saying, oh, that's part of the game. No other esport does that. And if they do that, they have teams that actually back it. EU does a really good job at this. EU already has boot camping for all those players that maybe don't have the best ping at their hometown. When they add this ping minimum, it's gonna make it to where most players will be fine where they are and they don't need to move, which is overall good for the game. Players are gonna be everywhere. Players are gonna be everywhere, and there's gonna be way more players. Think about how many competitive players that got completely shafted when ETH got removed from the game. This literally would almost revive all that completely. 100,000 players that play competitive would normally play competitive, but they literally can't because the ping is so fucking ass. The only people that this would really negative impact is the players that have already committed would be able to just go back to their hometowns and play the game like they normally would play the game. Literally, this is not something that's bad for the game at all. This is like the best thing for the game, especially for growing the game. We have no new pros coming out. There's barely any new pros coming out. There's really any new faces in the game at all. The pioneers have been pioneering. There's no, like, this is literally a win-win-win situation. This also opens up the floodgate for more players to get into the game. That is literally it. Like, there's nothing really more to this. It just opens up the floodgate to more players getting into the game, which is overall better for the game than gatekeeping the tier 1 level behind 0 ping. There's literally no more to this. This doesn't negatively impact anybody except for a small bunch of players that are actually in Dallas, or the small bunch of players that move to 0 ping, wherever that is. We don't have teams to support players. We don't have players damn sure don't want to make their own content so they can actually live off of the game. Most players literally just stream. A lot of them aren't even consistent in that. Not saying that they're bad streamers or they're bad at what they're doing. We really gotta pick a struggle here. Can't have players that don't want to do content and also don't want the skill gap lowered so more players can get into the game. The competitive players aren't actually doing anything to bring the players into the game, individually at least. By them being on the Fortnite competitive stream and people like Faxity and all those guys streaming the game to thousands of people, that's great for the games. But individually, a lot of the players don't have a face or personality on the internet, which is hindering the game terribly. If more players could get into the game by this minimum ping thing, then it makes it amazing because more players, more content, more everything for the game at the cost of the 0 ping players not being 0 ping anymore. But that's just my take. I will see you all later.